What's up YouTube, my name is Bro. For this video we are going to be discussing UtaPri 5th stage, which took place this past weekend at Saitama Super Arena, a 36,500 seat venue that had a very, very good turnout, especially if you were working the concession stands. We'll be talking about that in a second. One noteworthy item that happened was during a rehearsal, the voice actor for this gentleman, Mamoru Kurosaki, named Tatsuhisa Suzuki, suffered a bone fracture and ended up going to the hospital Saturday, but was able to work both shows, and everything went according to plan. He just had to be a little bit more careful than he probably wanted to be. But, yeah. Let me just explain this to you. If I had a bone fracture in my arm, and you told me that I had to go out and work, first of all, he made the decision to do it. Me, I would have been laid up in a bed with my arm in a sling, just screaming in agony just because it hurts so goddamn bad. Now this dude, whew, that just shows he didn't want to let the crowd down, and he didn't. Let's just come around and say that now. The capacity for the arena is 36.5. They wanted, I think, to get 37,000 in there. They got 36.5 with 500 empty seats. The reason? Because people were reselling their tickets, apparently, and people were like, no, we're not cool with that, so they shut down the ticket sales, and they ended up with 500 seats empty of full capacity for 36.5. So, very, very impressive. And when you consider that on the first day, which was Saturday at 5 p.m., which meant 3 a.m. in the morning here, I was watching the Twitter on the official website, and they were like 5 seconds, you were like saying, this item sold out, this item sold out, this item sold out, this item sold out, and you're just like, really? And then it just makes you realize UtaPri's like, it is a phenomenon in Japan that I have not seen the likes of ever. Period. I can't think of a time when I've been to a concert and there was a crazed pre-show atmosphere, really. Then again, all the concerts I went to were either Phil Collins, Jimmy Buffett, stuff like that, you know. But when I hear this, and I hear the number of people that went, and I hear that they were selling out every 5 minutes practically, I'm sitting there going, they can't stop UtaPri now. It's too big, it's too popular, it's too important to not just the Japanese fans, obviously, or the Japanese fan base, but imagine all the people that were staying up probably just to see whatever news flew out of, flew out of Twitter, the Twitterverse. Think about that for a second. It was ridiculous. I'd never seen anything like this before. So it was like, whoa. Now then, speaking of UtaPri, we need to talk about the big news. The 4th season. It is scheduled for the fall of this year. Now, if you go back in my videos, on November 18th, 2014. So we're almost 2 years to that point. Well, we're a little ways off, but we're going to be 2 years to that point in about 8 months. Okay? I did a video that mentioned UtaPri had gotten 2 seasons. Not just the one that we knew, Majulove Revolution. Well, then it was called Majulove 3000, because that was a tentative name. Well, not long after I made that video, someone went and edited out the 2nd season that was mentioned. So I think one of 2 things happened. They didn't want that leaked, or they weren't sure if they were going to do it. My hunch is they didn't know if they were going to do it, but I'm also wondering if somebody accidentally leaked it and they didn't want it to be known. This was 2 years ago. Think about that. Okay. Now here we are, it is 2016. The 4th season has been announced. And I have a theory. Okay. Up until now, every UtaPri season has been an odd-numbered year. First season was in 2011. Second season was in 2013. Third season was last year, 2015. The entire story arc that they started with Majulove Revolutions has been the fight or the competition to see who will open at Superstar Sports, the Triple S, which is the Olympics, the Summer Olympics event that was taking place in Japan. It was the fictional version of the Olympics. Now, I thought about this. They're doing a to be continued in 2016. They're doing a continuation, pretty much. Okay. Here's what we know. We know we've got Starish, we've got Quartet Night, and now as it stands we have the 3rd group, which is Heavens. We also know that the season is going to happen in the autumn or the fall, whichever term you choose to use. Well, did Wikipedia scoop A1 again? According to the Wikipedia article that I found recently, or the updated Wikipedia article, in the sidebar it states clear as day that the season, and this was also by the way put in the article, that the season was announced for October of this year. Okay. Now, the last show last year that was of importance to me, which was Kenny Return of Kings, that series has ended, and it ended around Christmas. Actually, it officially ended on Christmas Day in America. It ended on Boxing. It ended on the 26th in Japan. Okay. So there's 2 theories here. Because they're doing a to be continued, and essentially a second part, could this be the end of UtaPri? It could, but I have a hunch it's not. Here's my prevailing theory that I'm working with. Then I mentioned that this season is in 2016, right? And every one before that was an odd-numbered year. Okay. If you wanted to really make this a really big fucking deal, and if you wanted to make the final season when it happens, a big impact, you know what you do? This season is in 2016. The next season you do doesn't happen until 2018. The final season will take place, you know when? About, we'll say April, and you end it before the Summer Games starts. And if they don't have whoever's going to do the opening act, you have whoever wins in the anime, you have them open the Summer Games in 2020. Or you have all three of them go. So you have all 18 voice actors from Stars, Courts at Night, and Heavens, and you have them all performing in some way the national anthem for Japan. And think about this, if they do that and they actually went with my idea, now UtaPri is literally on the global stage. Every voice actor, every character, they're in front of the people of Japan, they're in front of the people of the US, they're in front of the people of Canada, they're in front of the people of Mexico, they're in front of the people of Germany, they're in front of the people of England, they're in front of the people of Poland, they're in front of every single country you can think of. If they did what I am suggesting, UtaPri would become such a strong brand, nobody would be able to contain it. It would have become a worldwide staple. If broccoli is smart, they will find a way to make this go 2 more seasons and end the final season before the Summer Games in 2020. It would be the best business move ever, because nobody would see it coming. I literally was thinking about this last night when I was sitting at the dinner table with my grandmother, and I was explaining to her because she saw me doing this, and she was trying to figure out what I was doing. She said, "Are you adding something?" And I said, "Well," and I explained to her. I didn't name the show exactly, but I explained to her that there's this show that has been running every 2 years for the most part. The first season was in 2011, the second season was 2013, and the third season was 2015, and the next season is 2016. And so I said to her, if this company that's running the show and this brand really wanted to hit it big, 2 more seasons after this, 2 more, and the final one is in 2020. If you're gonna go out, I said, go out with a bang. Go out in 2020 in front of the entire world and take your final bow there. That's what you do. You couldn't make it any simpler. You couldn't be literally almost setting up everything to this point. 3 more seasons. The one in 2016, 2018, 2020. There you go. So you literally, okay, this is the season, what? 4. So the next one will be season 5. 2018 will be season 5. You would have 6 seasons. and then you can end it, or if you wanted to, because the voice actor for Raging is actually significantly younger than the one for Shining. You can do, if you wanted, and if they wanted to do it, you can have Heavens become the new group. Do you see what I'm saying? If you wanted to do that. Or, if you just wanted to end this show, fine. But the business side of me says, do this right. End this the right way. 2020. Summer Games. One time. All 18 seiyus on stage performing together. The question is, what do you think? Am I full of it? Or is there something to this? Because I always have a reason for my plans. And I think this is a damn good one. What say you, though? Let me know. You all have a good one. Take care, gang.